The Gators will put total leather and will get started. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Taking the shot on the first play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Play action. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep...
The expressway is wide open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Off play action on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He'll just keep slinging it. Gets it out quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit,
And the ball is picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
The give is to Williams. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 14, NC State 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The hand to the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation. And
oh, and he can't get it out, and the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd down, going up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Here we go with the run on 4th down. They finally get him on the ground with the big running play moves to change for the 1st down.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, you just hold your breath every time this particular receiver gets the ball in his hands. Because of his speed, he's dangerous to score every single time he touches it. That time on the jet sweep, though, the defense did a better job playing team defense and getting him on the ground.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Oh, he missed it. No good. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points.
16, NC State, 0.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll leave it with him. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. NC State going up tempo. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
The snap sets up to throw. They're trying to get to it. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Nevada. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Peterman. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Florida! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. Lost one deep down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. At the 45, on his way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Going up top on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He'll fire to his right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the misfire, it's second down. Running back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wolfpack will have first and 10. Wide out in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wide out. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking to throw, trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Floating away. Fires into the end zone. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
And back to the air on second down. He's out past the 35. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
With the score, Florida 23, NC State 7.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're...
Got a lot of running room. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll throw it on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. They'll go to the air. Getting some heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of stopping it.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking left. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup. NC State with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. They'll give it to him again.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll run it from the gun. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, he leads it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Number 8.
Here comes the 2-point try. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He finds his man, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field, too.
Running toward the tape. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! The AT unit on the field.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On target. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. NC State quick to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Florida 30, NC State 13.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take another shot here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big and they take over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this.
He's off to the races. He's at the 40. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They go to the ground. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give is to Smith. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. All wideouts, no backs. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Dumps it to the back. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
NC State.
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. Nice job there working the post route. Really accurate throw, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This offense can break off explosive plays, throwing it and running it and doing it in a variety of ways. And I like how they get their receivers involved. Nice job there on that jet sweep getting the first.
He's going to pass. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Now improvising. He's going to take off.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Looking deep. And it's caught inside the 15. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They're going to throw it again. Pressure coming. On the run, still looking. They get to him as he throws. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He goes in for the 2, and we have a 10-point game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back in and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you.
He's loose. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. San Jose State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory there in the capital of Silicon Valley. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that
lofts one high and deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's taking the deep shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys. The ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Dances away. Lets it fly. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shot.